Well, hi there guys, welcome back to yet another Spike and Bloom video for the month of September 2021. What do I want to show you this time? Hairs? Well, this is the hairs on a Bulbophyllum Medusae bloom. Isn't she amazing? It's a spectacular, but still exquisite one. I just happen to love it. And it's also got another one this year. So, last year, it had its first blooming ever. Came out with one little knot of hairs. And second year around, 2 blooms. And the hairs are growing longer and longer and longer. I wonder what its blooming is going to look like next year. 3 blooms or 4 blooms with twice as long hairs. Yeah, you can imagine that show this one is going to put out, if that happens, if that's going to be a reality, which I think it will. I've seen it on a lot of pictures. What a spectacular show this specimen can put out, this species. Really, really amazing. Oh, Medusae, Bulbophyllum Medusae, is now overbloomed. This time it had a record, 6 days. Yay. It's getting better and better. I think last time it had a blooming period of 3 days, so yeah. It increased in numbers as well as period of time, so. And this Odontioda Stirbic purple, I got the name from a kind YouTuber who recognized the blooms. I got it as a Odontoglossum hybrid or such at my local garden center 1 year ago in bloom. I think it had 1 spike, and it was a larger orchid when I got it. 1 more really huge pseudobulb she had back then. But anyway, I repotted her into bark mixture, and she rejected that. So her large pseudobulb, really plump one, just rotted off. So instead of throwing it in the bin, I decided to take a chance and put it into semi-hydroponics. Yeah, as a last attempt to save her. Put her in a really, really small container. She didn't have many roots, but now, as you can see, the roots are coming on. They're everywhere now. And she's now really thirsty, as she's working on 2 spikes. I only saw this spike, for starters. When I lift it, I saw this one as well. So this one can be a long blooming time. And she's scented, gorgeous, quite large blooms, I might add, about 8 centimeters wide across the petals. Yeah. So I bet she's gonna grow on nicely. And she's sitting next to my balcony door, so she gets a little bit more chilly atmosphere around her. Maybe that's why she decided to bloom, to put out a spike, I don't know. But she's starting to do fine, and she's been through a lot, but now I think she's recovering. Alright, happy. And this is the Miltonia Sunset. Yeah, I feel a little bit ashamed, I think. Last time I was talking about this one and showing you her blooms. I was actually promising you that next time it bloomed, it would put out a good show. Lots of clusters of lovely yellow, pinkish, reddish blooms. Yeah, look what it's done. This is the progress. 1 bloom. On this side, on this little, shall we say, underdeveloped, not mature cane. Alright. And here, another bloom. That's been out for a bit long, as you can see. A little bit more palish color. It turns a little bit more pastel looking colors after time. And it's got, let's see, where did I see it? Here, yet another spike with one bud. So my conclusion is that, for me at least, I'm not sure that I like to have my so many of my Miltonias and Oncidium orchids in semi-hydroponics. Well, I'm not sure that they really... I mean, it gets a little bit too dry at the surface, and I have to bury them, bury the new pseudobulbs quite heavily. As you can see, all the roots are coming out on the top here, on the surface. So I will need to repot this one, but not in bark or such. So it's going to stay in organic media, but I will have to put this one into a larger pot or divide it. But no, I don't want to divide it. I don't need any more the same kind of orchids. So yeah, so I need to bury these guys a little bit more. Well, I hope it will recover and do great in the future. But yeah, it's a pity on such a nice orchid, but it's still alive, as you can see. So I hope it will recover. Yes. All of a sudden, this lovely primary hybrid, LC, Cattleya Elegans, open up her buds really quickly. It bloomed the same time of year last summer, for the first time ever, and then it produced 2 buds. So this time it's 3 on the same cane. But she's just as lovely this year as last year. And she's also got a marvelous scent. Yeah, the loveliest scent I ever tasted on a Cattleya. Yeah. A purpurata cross between Layla purpurata and Cattleya leopoldii or Cattleya tigrina. I'm not really sure, but yeah. But as I looked in her new growth, she produced from the same cane, the blooms came out from a bud. Yeah, this is remarkable. I think this one is going to be a good bloomer in the future to put out a spectacular show for us. Lovely one. Just sitting in bark and charcoal mixture. I think she had a little bit of sphagnum moss to the middle left, and she's in a clay pot. Yeah, it's a really good grower. So happy for that. And this lovely 3-lip pyloric Phalaenopsis joy fairy tale is still out. This one always has got a long time blooming. This is 1 or 2 weeks later. She's starting to create another bud. So this time she will be sequential. This is an amazing orchid. There's no limit to what she can do for us. Rewarding. Yes, and next to it, yeah, overbloomed. This little Restrepia Mucifera from Lucke. I missed its blooming. No, I didn't. It just started to bloom again. And now I just spotted another one, a little lovely bloom to the left, or now in the middle, in the center. Such a small guys. You better have good eyesight to spot them. So beautiful. I had a summer vacation stay on my balcony, and I was a little bit scared that it was a little bit too cold for it. But yeah, but it produced a couple of new growth there, since a few died off inside. So I was a little bit scared, but it recovered and it's now blooming. Yeah, and this one, mine Reconsescipedale variation bosserii, is soon about to open. Looks like a little duck head. Yes. Yeah, this is gorgeous. And this little LC Magic Treat new trick. I've started to wonder why it never filled up the sheath on its latest growth, which turned out to be the best growth it ever had. So I was a little bit concerned, but now it's starting to fill up the little sheath down there. Perfect. And our little Cattleya Monte Elegante. Perhaps it won't fail us this time. It's going to be a cluster of blooms if they don't blast. So Yeah, let's hope for it in this video or perhaps the next one. So, Cattleya Monte Elegante is blossoming her buds. I mean, last year it tried to bloom for the first time, and now it tried again and blossomed. Just when I was about to film her for you, to show you that she's going to put out a good show of many cluster of blooms in there, as you can see, a couple of them. But what did I do wrong? All I did yesterday was give this girl a decent amount of fertilizer and water. I figured she needed it. She was almost dried out. I mean, no, not really, but the water reservoir needed to be filled up, so I assumed a little bit more fertilizer in order to have the strength enough to get into bloom, yeah, and get the buds to develop. Well, certainly that wasn't the case. It was the other way around. Maybe, in some cases, you shouldn't do any changes or make any changes. Yeah, well, we shall see and wait to see. Any here now, perhaps. And Bellina is continuously blooming for us, as well as its little friend down there. It's and this corni-servi red. Yeah, it's also sequential one. It's second bloom to open up now, so yeah, perfect, nice one. As for those of you who wonder, what do we see down there in the new cane? The Prosthecia cochleada produced? Yeah, didn't I tell you? It's soon gonna work on another spike. Yeah, super rewarding plant, really. Well, it's gonna take a month and then she's gonna be in a 7-month-long period in bloom again. Yay! Funny bunny. And as for this guy, which many of us, I guess, didn't believe in really, but it did manage to open up all of its buds now on this scale-covered spike, which turned out to be a good spike. It took some time and 2-month effort on opening up the buds. Really, really slow progressing plant, bud-wise. It is. But, well, worth the wait, I think. Yes. Let's focus a bit. Yeah. Let's see if there's any scent to her. Yeah, slight flowery scent. No significant one, but a scent there is. And as I told you and said in my an earlier video, oh yeah, where is it? Yeah, here. Yeah, it's been growing so tall now. I thought it was a leaf, but it's a spike. It's second spike here, almost gonna burst out. You can see the shadings in there. So yeah, it's the best blooming this one has ever produced for me. Yeah, Prismatocarpa. Myrmecativola, Francis Fox. It's got a sheath, filling up its sheath. Perhaps coming Christmas it will bloom. This beautiful Paphiopedilum Godfrey is on its 56th day on blooming today. And it's not fading. It's just, it's looking as great as if it was newly opened. And still scented, slightly scented. Yeah, this one can easily become a favorite of mine. So happy for this orchid purchase. Brassia Shelob token, now blooming in 3 directions, as I said. And it's got a friend in the middle. I don't know where it came from and what it is. I don't even know what it is, I might add. It just sits there. Some kind of weed, doesn't matter. It looks great. Yeah, this is an old spike. A little more yellowish. And this is the second spike out. Just opened up. A little more, I don't know if you can see it in this light. Yeah, perhaps here. A little more greenish. yeah, to the petals and sepals, of course. And this is the saddest spike of them all. But yeah, it compensated that by producing a little bit larger blooms instead. So I'm quite happy for that anyway. Quite nice blooms, I think. So a little show this time, and it's got a fluorescent. What shall we say? Quite undescribable, nondescript. Yeah, fluorescent. Yeah. Not nice, not bad, just a scent. Yeah, but it's there. And lovely, lovely, lovely orchid sitting in bark mixture. Small, medium-sized grade bark with perlite charcoal. And some ventilation holes to the plastic pot. Yeah, it likes it there, so I won't transition it into semi-hydro or such. I can sit there. It's suitable so plump, and I don't have a hard time to keeping up with the watering, so, well, might as well just sit there for a while. And with this orchid, no, we're not ready. Look at this. It's my LC, no, this is my BC, Benosa, and it's in bud. Got 4 buds here on its almost latest cane. And on its latest cane, a little bit larger cane, it's got a sheath on this one as well. So, and it's stuff in it up here. So this one is going to be in bloom. It's going to show us a good blooming in my next Spike and Bloom video. So, as I said, I've been saying that several times before. BC Benosa is a nodosa cross, as you can hear by the name. It's a rewarding plant and a continuous bloomer. So, if you like to have an orchid that blooms several times a year and blooms reliably on every new cane, this is the one for you. BC Benosa from, in this case, Sweden Åkessons. I think they're located in Germany. Yeah, I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, I wish you all a good day or good night, wherever you are in the world. And talk to you soon, guys. And thank you so much for watching this this Bloom and Spike video, recorded in short sequences during the whole month of September. Almost the whole month, until the 20th. Alright? So, have a good day, as I said, and take care, guys. Bye-bye.